Hell yeah. I'm excited. This is cool.
Yeah, man. Your gecko head is like a little. Can I fix it? Actually,
Yeah.
I kind of like the way you're doing it because the way I do it kind of puts a shadow on my head. But I like the way that you're doing it. You stuffed yours
stuffed
up.
it,
You got a top heavy stuff going on.
I literally stuffed it. I got like stuffing and stuffed inside of it. I did the tail too. I wanted to just.
I don't stuff the tail, but I didn't know that you're supposed to stuff it until I've been doing this for like 2 years, and I saw someone came to the show, and they had their gecko head stuffed, and I looked at it and I was like, oh shit, that's what you're supposed to do. I realized that I was going unstuffed for a while.
So I saw some of your other episodes, and it looked like some were stuffed and some weren't. So I was like, I don't know. I think I'm gonna stuff it up.
Everything before May of 2022 was unstuffed, and then May 2022 I met that guy at the show who had his stuffed, and from then on I was stuffed.
Fun little.
So we have the stuffed and the pre-stuffed era.
So before we get into the facts, we might as well get into the introduction. Hello, everybody. My name's Vinny Freeman. You're tuned into It's Always Now, and we are filming out of Ambitions Upstate in Destiny Mall. And I am joined by a very special guest, Lyle the Therapy Gecko.
How's it going, man?
It's going
Thanks
good.
for having me here at this awesome store at the mall.
Thank you for taking the time out of your tour to join me on this, man.
Of course, man.
I'm excited. I've been a big fan of your work ever since you just like kind of first popped through my algorithm.
Thanks, man.
I'm like, this dude's dope. Your demeanor's dope, and you're hilarious.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
I also want to compliment you on an amazing show last night.
Oh, thanks, man.
That was awesome.
That was fun.
Wasn't sure what to expect. Blew my expectations away.
So there was that guy who came on stage and called his dad to reveal that his dad once drank his piss, and that was pretty epic. I wasn't expecting him to do that.
So my buddy thought he was a plant.
He was not. No plants. There's never any plants. Never any plants.
See, that was too good.
That was too good, dude.
That was too good.
Here's the thing about the live show is that like obviously there's like a little bit of material in there, but it's like at least 45 minutes of like I don't know what's gonna happen or if it's gonna be any good, and it's kind of scary because that goes poorly a lot of the time. But it also leaves room for like crazy shit like that to happen.
It almost like, so I signed up as well because I was going to give a little story about how I met my biological father.
Oh, I had you written down.
Yeah. Could not top that, dude. Could not. In the Martin Shkreli.
Yeah.
That was, dude, I was going to call him Ferris Bueller, which I felt like
I felt bad because like he was trying to tell a story. I kept interrupting him by making fun of him looking like Martin Shkreli.
I think it did well, and I think it was great. And
Thanks,
the mixture of your materials and your bits are like, I guess I'll call it crowd work and your bits.
Thanks, man.
It was choice. It was a great show. I have this saying, I've never seen a bad show at the Funny Bone, and I'm glad we can keep that trophy going.
Awesome.
So I got some notes, you know what I'm saying? Just because I'm like I said, you're one of my biggest guests today.
Oh, cool.
So I was pretty anxious about this. Man.
No, don't be. This is gonna be fun.
So I got some notes and stuff. So just to keep me on track.
No, you have a whole stack of index cards. Let's do it. Let's get into it. I'm excited.
Because it was funny. So when I first dive into, obviously a lot of your content is you giving a voice to people, and it took me a minute to find an interview of you.
Yeah.
That was about. About Lyle, the therapy.
Yeah.
So we'll start off with a couple tour questions. How's that been going?
It keeps me sane, man. I love it. I got back to the hotel last night, and I was like, I love doing this. I love getting on a train or a plane and sleeping at a hotel, and you do this show. People have fun. You meet a bunch of people afterwards. I get to do, like, in what situation in my life would I be at a hype store in a mall in Syracuse talking to you, except doing this tour? It's just cool. It's really fun. I enjoy it more than I enjoy anything else that I've gotten to do as a result of being a gecko. So it's great.
Any cities stand out so far?
Any cities stand out this? I was in Denver last week at the Comedy Works. This was my third time. That was phenomenal. That was really cool because I got to meet people who are like, okay, so every year I'm like, this is the last year that people are going to give a shit about this. Since 2020, every year I've been like, no one's going to care. And I did my show in Denver last week, and there was a bunch of people there who were like, yeah, I've seen you all 3 times that you've come here, and I'm coming back next year. And that's what I'm like, oh, this is actually like a thing. I might be able to make this into like a real career that lasts for years. So that was very rewarding to do that there for the 3rd time and have all these people who were there each year. So that was really great.
Well, aside from your cleverness, you kind of have a bit that's writes itself. You know, you let people. It's crazy. Complete tangent, but something that definitely is a thought in my mind. The power of the suit.
Yeah.
As soon as I put it on, I felt the confidence. We spoke about it last night. It's almost like it's a good shield. It's a good I'm not Vinny, I'm the gecko.
Yeah, right.
You know,
you lose your humanity.
Yeah, and it almost is like it's more like an ego death. I would like to package it than an actual.
Yeah.
But I like that a lot. And so how many shows you got on this leg?
On this leg, it's here, and then today I'm doing Albany, and then tomorrow I'm going to Hartford, Connecticut. So just 3 right now, but this year probably like 30, 36 maybe.
And this is your 3rd tour you said last night?
3rd tour, yeah. Okay, so I did 1 tour in 2022 that was like 12 shows, and then last year I did 55 shows, and then this year it's 30, so it all kind of balances out.
So like I was saying, it actually took a minute to find an interview of you.
Yeah.
I saw the Vice piece you did.
Yeah.
Which amazing. That was awesome. It was super
thanks,
cool to
man.
watch that. Have you done any other? How often do you get interviewed?
Not that often. I'm trying to think of anything else that I've done. The Vice one was the biggest one.
Who listens to the Gecko?
Oh man, I get ChatGPT listens to the Gecko on his stuff, and ChatGPT is a great therapist.
Huh.
Yeah, if you comb through the archives of ChatGPT, you'll find me and all my problems somewhere being algorithmically fed into a computer.
Do you have a therapist? Do you actually go to,
Yeah, I have a therapist. I see her every once in a while. My therapist is kind of a break glass when needed kind of a therapist.
I respect that.
Yeah, but ChatGPT is great because you don't have to make an appointment. You just throw it in, and it's really good. It's really good. It's like objective, smart.
Interesting. It's probably, it's got to be based, somewhat logical too. So yeah.
It is very logical. Yeah. It's great. I used it this morning.
I've always wondered if you pop up in my algorithm because I'm an active therapy preacher and somebody who.
You're an active therapy preacher.
Yeah,
what does that mean?
Oh well, I'm just I try to break down the stigma of therapy.
Yeah.
A lot of people have this if you're in therapy you're not right, and I think that needs to be we need to get rid of that because I think therapy is just cathartic, no matter even if it's just finding something therapeutic is necessary.
How often do you go to therapy?
I currently am in between therapists right now.
Okay.
I used to go weekly. It went to bi-weekly just due to the fact that kind of like a break when needed.
Yeah.
I'm in a very good place in life.
Cool.
So I don't need it as much as. And I had this. I used to joke that I think my therapist had a harder life than me, but I really liked her. She was a really good therapist, and she ended up just getting a way better job, and can no longer be my therapist. And I just haven't dove in the field yet to find somebody I trust.
I know you came here to interview me, but I am curious. What is it that has made you in a better life recently? What would you pick? What would you peg it to?
My perspective on how to handle my goals.
Cool.
What am I doing to make things happen?
Cool.
And how am I handling it? I can, and taking a lot of fault.
You take responsibility?
Yeah. A lot of things. Only things that happen in my life are
in
my
control.
responsibility.
Yeah,
and are,
for sure.
I get in a lot of altercations with people, more than I feel like the average bear, and I feel a lot of it is me, more than the other person.
Yeah, there's that's an interesting one because I'm also a big fan of you're responsible for everything that happens to you in your life, but sometimes that feels like a great load. Not saying you should blame other people, but just maybe give yourself a little bit of slack, I suppose.
I think it's a 50-50. I'm a big yin and yang guy, so I know where the give and pull is, and I'm more not a fan of my reactions to certain scenarios.
Yeah.
I'm easily frustrated by people I care about, and that's the worst.
You've gotten better with that?
Not recently, no. No, not recently. No.
Respect that.
If I'm being completely honest, my girlfriend moved out yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
Ex-girlfriend.
As a breakup?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
It was wasn't working out right.
Okay. Have you constantly like do you have a lot of friends?
Yeah, I got a lot of friends.
That's cool. You got a lot of people around you.
I got an amazing support group actually.
Yeah, dude. I love all these guys, man. You got good guys.
These are my dudes.
They're all ripped.
Yeah. I was like I said, I was gonna make Ben dress up as a caveman, make you guys fight to save me on insurance.
That's Ben?
Yeah, Ben's the.
Oh, if I saw him dressed as a caveman, I'd be terrified.
But so yeah, I saw the Vice thing. The Vice thing was amazing.
Thanks, man.
Asked you about therapy. What's the most wild thing you've ever heard somebody say?
Oh man, I mean all sorts of stuff. Geez, the most wild thing.
Can I see the other water bottle?
I mean,
I don't know. That's why I messaged you. So I moved it from somewhere. This is for you, by the way.
oh, that water bottle.
Yeah, mine.
Okay, cool. I might take that with me. There's all sorts of kind of wild stuff. So I'll just I could talk about yesterday. Like yesterday, there was
Just
that
the
woman
piss
who
sipper?
talked about. Well, there was a woman who talked about wanting to be a cannibal. That was pretty wild. Anything else? I mean, I could. There's so many good things I could talk about for this one.
I definitely took it all out. I don't know. I had a second water here. I had both of them. I obviously took the other one to sip on it. And
Is he got a ghost in his hand? You ever? I've never tried the ghost. Does it taste good?
Thank
Yeah?
you.
This one tastes just like a Sprite.
Oh shit!
We had to
it's
stop
Mountain
at a
Dew
special
flavored.
gas station just to get that one.
You want to know the worst drink I've ever had in my entire life? It's the most disgusting fucking drink.
What's that?
It's
Kombucha?
no, it's actually I like kombucha a little bit. So you know Prime, right?
Obviously,
There's
yeah.
Prime Energy and then there's Prime like hydration. And Ghost does the same thing. There's Ghost Energy and Ghost Hydration. And the hydration one, it's like a Prime hydration type beverage. And they made one. It's red Sour Patch Kid Ghost Hydration. It's the most disgusting fucking thing I've ever. Have you had it? Dude, the Ghost Hydration is disgusting. Yeah, it's trash. It's horrible. I drank a whole bottle, wincing every sip. I mean, I shouldn't have drank the whole thing, but
I was born addicted to caffeine, so I kind of avoid it.
yeah.
I'm pretty naturally jittery.
I want to give you an answer for the wildest.
Oh, yeah,
thing,
the
but
wildest thing.
I
mean, last night was wild. That's why
we'll go with last night. Let's go with last night.
I mean, like you said, a gentleman disclosed he pissed in a Mountain Dew bottle months past before his father ended up accidentally drinking it.
Oh, you want to hear something kind of nice, actually?
Yeah, I do.
I got a my phone's over there, but I'll just say I sometimes after the show people will text me things to that phone number that people text before the show. I got a text from that guy, and he texted me and he said, "Hey man, I want to thank you for letting me like come up on stage because I actually he said he was like I have a lot of stage fright." And I feel empowered because if I can talk to 200 people about the most embarrassing thing from my life, then I feel like I'm empowered to, be able to, have a lot more confidence moving forward, which is great because I got a little nervous because like the crowd chanted for him to call his dad.
A little bit of peer pressure, and I
never want people. I really genuinely, I don't want people to like do something crazy out of peer pressure. I only wanted him to do it if he wanted to do it. And so I felt relieved that he texted me being like, I was glad that I did that, so.
I was the one who texted you if you wanted some weed for that pipe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Somebody gave him a gecko pipe they made for him, a glass gecko pipe. And, I mean, if you don't mind, are you a smoker or non-smoker?
Yeah, I've been a daily weed smoker for a long time,
okay.
And recently, like as of 2 months ago, I'm not gonna say I'm sober because like I'll smoke weed. Now I smoke weed very occasionally. This is a new thing. This is like within the past 2 months. I'm kind of weed alcohol sober, mainly because of like anxiety and cravings. So like I decided at the beginning of this year I wanted to like lose weight. and stuff. And the main catalyst for my crazy eating binges was pot. So I sort of gave up pot.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Because, you disclosed last night on your set about, your gnarly voice, and you were telling me on the walk over that that is true. That is a real problem that you're breaking through. Okay,
candy and food and stuff. I gained like 40 pounds doing Therapy Gecko.
And weed and candy are like,
weed and candy is crazy. I mean, I would like do my show
and
then
and hookers,
and also after the so last year I did 55 shows or whatever, and last year I was really like, I'm on tour, I'm sick, I'm gonna just do it. So I would get drunk and eat after every show. And this year I'm doing touring very differently. I'm like, I pack a lunch for the shows, and I don't smoke. I don't get high afterwards. I don't drink during them, and I'm trying to I'm go to the gym at the hotel in the morning and stuff. So this is a healthy gecko tour, and I'm loving doing that.
I respect. Cool. I tour with Riff Raff, and
cool.
a lot of people don't know how much of a health nut he is. Like he is vegan vegan nuggets. He's 100% vegan, so he's a super health nut. And speaking of just if I'm going to be name dropping,
please.
You've had some pretty amazing guests on your show.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite guest so far? Would you have to say?
I've had a lot of really great guests. We just had Doja Cat. She was really awesome. She was very very cool person. Very easy to talk to.
Was
good vibes.
The red thing like an epiphany, or did you? Have you thought of that prior to her bringing that up?
Well, it's funny because that was like kind of a meme. Like in 2021, I had this clip go insanely viral on TikTok of a caller telling me my face should be red.
Okay,
and I don't know if she saw that clip or if she just thought of it independently. But yeah, that's been a pretty big
respect,
meme.
And just due to the fact that she's Doja Cat, got the double the traction. Okay,
she was cool. Fucking a lot of the Mark Rebier was really great. Lil Yachty is the first person to big artist to really want to give it a shot. So
how do you go about getting your guests?
Sometimes they'll reach out. Sometimes I'll reach out. It kind of depends guest to guest. Yeah.
Respect. Is there anyone you're working on getting?
Or
want to get somebody? Who's the dream gecko guest?
Barack Obama. If you're watching this, would love to get you in a gecko
48
costume.
hours to respond.
You have 48 hours to respond. That sounds like something. Telling Barack Obama he has 48 hours to do anything is gonna trigger the Secret Service.
Never mind, boss.
But
that's a good one.
That'd be cool.
That's good. That's a good guest. I made my podcast because I wanted to link up with the Ovan and shit like that.
Theo Van. Oh yeah.
I was like,
he would be a really great guest. Yeah, he would be really great.
As the gecko too. I think you would have a fun time with Riff too. I think you and Riff would be a funny episode.
Yeah, that would be fun. That would be fun.
Demeanor and stuff. Least favorite guest? Anyone who's kind of a pain?
I have no least favorite guest.
Anyone that was I don't even want to get into that.
You're not gonna. You're trying to get me on one of those You're trying to get me on one of those Snapchat stories. That's like Therapy Gecko shades. Fucking whoever.
I don't know. Who are some of your comic inspirations on a more positive note? Who inspires the gecko?
Of course. We had Tim Heidecker on the show, and of course Tim and Eric is huge. I used to work for Adult Swim back in. Right after I graduated college, I worked for Adult Swim for a year. The Adult Swim aesthetic has been my thing.
I have an entire leg sleeve for Adult Swim.
You do? Can I see it?
We can start. I mean, they're mostly adult cartoons.
Wait. This is sick.
It goes all over the place. All
right, hold on. All right, you got Mr. Poopy Butthole. I'm trying to see if you got any. What? This is right. You have the guy. That's that Family Guy?
Lewis from American Dad. So I have Carter Pewterschmidt right here on my thigh. One of my
Why do you have Carter Pewterschmidt? It's the most random tattoo
you think that's random?
I've ever seen.
No, you think that's random? I have a Mount Rushmore on my back. It's Chucky, the doll from Saw, Scream, and then Mike Myers.
Wait, you have the doll from Saw on there?
Yeah, but
okay, hold on. I have I don't know if I was molested while this movie was on or something, but I have a weird PTSD response every time I see it. Fine, let me see it.
So I'm not even going to show you that?
Let me see it. I can handle it.
I got to show you the bit, though. It's a bit. It's a bit. I did a bit. So you got Chucky.
Yeah.
You got the doll from Saw. You got Scream. Then you got Michael Myers.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, dude, the doll from Saw, Billy. I've never seen the Saw movies because like I don't care about like blood and gore and stuff, but like that puppet, just for whatever reason, like when I was a little kid, I would be watching South Park, and then the puppet just comes up because it's like an ad for the movie, and it would just always scare the shit out of me. I thought I would get over it, but this happened in 4th grade, and I'm 26 now, and
I have a pretty similar trauma with the Chucky doll, and that's why he's on
Really?
there. It's actually my grandma's favorite tattoo is my Chucky doll tattoo.
I like that idea though of being like, you know what, I'm scared of this. Let me put it on my body permanently.
So that's the symbolic reason it's putting my fears behind me.
I like
so
that.
a lot of them are fear-based or evil-based. It's like my like, because I got a Megatron on there too, and
I
it's
like
like
that.
putting my wicked ways beside.
So wait a minute. So you have Rick and Morty on there. Any other Adult Swim stuff on there?
Yeah, I got to. Obviously, I got, and I go Cartoon Network too. I got like Eddie.
Okay, very cool.
I have a. Do you know who John DiMaggio is? Or John the voiceover actor?
Yeah.
So I have a tribute piece to him where it's Jake the dog looking into a mirror, and in the mirror it's Schnitzel and Bender.
Cool, very cool.
In the reflection. And then I'm doing a John Benjamin piece because I like voiceover actors.
Are you an Aqua Teen guy at all? You like Aqua Teen?
I actually opened up for MC Chris.
Oh, cool.
Him and I did a sold-out show at Funkin' Waffles like a year
cool,
ago.
Man.
Yeah.
He voices the spider and shit.
And a couple other people he did in C-Lab and shit.
Cool.
I'm trying to think of exactly. Because I went all over the spectrum because I like just cartoons in general.
Yeah.
I'm just it's my favorite form of media, personally.
Yeah, man. I love, like I said, Adult Swim is huge.
Actually, my John Benjamin piece is going to be a playing card with Coach McGurk.
Cool.
And then Bob on the other side. So,
Cool.
It's the two heads.
Cool.
And I like
cool.
doing shit like that. Weird
I like
little
that.
shit. How's your love life?
How's my love life? Well, I just got on. So on the Doja Cat podcast, I talked about how I was rejected from Raya.
Okay.
And somebody from Raya saw it and then emailed me and accepted me onto Raya. So I'm Rayaing now, you know.
Interesting. I don't actually know what that app is. Have you had success on it?
I've kind of just got on there, but it's just a cool experience. It's like the app where like it's like an exclusive dating app, so it's kind of weird, but I think it's like they market it like it's like for celebrities or something, but it's really
Are you in the gecko suit? Like
I am in a gecko suit. All right. I'm gonna explain this. All right, so I'm on Hinge and stuff, and like I have a picture of me in the gecko suit in my Hinge profile, but I was kind of like it would be like lame, I think, for it to be like the profile picture. But on Raya, I'm like, well, people come on here like looking for like whatever. I guess like
with a following, I guess.
Sure, yeah. So I'm like, okay, maybe this is like less weird to have it as the profile picture. I don't know, but it's funny because like I actually I get messages on. Most of the messages I actually get on Raya are not people who know that I'm the gecko. It's a lot of people being like, so what's the deal with this frog costume? And I'm like, oh, I do this thing where I'm a lizard guy.
Interesting. So no one night stands on the road?
Nothing crazy. Nothing too crazy.
What's the most traumatic thing that's ever happened to you?
What's the most traumatic thing that's ever happened to me?
Yeah.
Let me think. What's the most traumatic thing that's ever happened to me? I'm not withholding information from you. I'm trying to actually think about
that's a
this.
you know. It's our first day of therapy. That's kind of hard. It's a big question.
Well, I don't know. This isn't like a thing, but like you watched that Vice documentary, right?
Yeah.
I felt like it was kind of tragic. You know?
Did the vibe that it gave off? It was almost like it's like what was.
Yeah.
It does have a what was energy in it.
What was?
Like it was almost like a past thing, like how it's shot. Is that what you mean?
No, it was just like a lot of a lot of the stuff in it was no, that wasn't the most traumatic. I'm really trying to think of. I don't have any like textbook traumatic stuff. Oh, this is not the most traumatic thing, but this is a funny like dating app thing. I was talking to somebody on Hinge for a little bit, and we were just like chatting, and I was like, hey, do you want to FaceTime? And so I FaceTimed with her, and we're like chatting, and eventually I'm like, so do you want to go on a date? And she was like, oh, I only wanted to FaceTime with you to see if you actually were the gecko guy. That was it.
That hurts.
Maybe that's the most traumatic thing that's happened to me in recent memory.
That hurts. That's a bad one.
It does hurt, but it's very funny. Like I hung up from the FaceTime call and I did laugh. I was like, that's pretty good. I'm gonna tell that story.
We have this bit that's on trauma. That's on trauma. But so I got some guest questions. I had some of my friends, when I told them I was gonna have you on. My buddy Seth wants to know, does the carpet match the drapes?
My pubes green? I think I would get an infection if I put this stuff anywhere near my penis.
Valid. So what's the best advice you've ever given somebody that you felt?
I've ever given somebody?
Was like,
it's tough because, dude, here's the thing. It is like, I don't like to frame I know it kind of is like what people get from it. I don't like to frame it as like an advice show because I like to think of it more like a human interest story show or like a let's talk things out kind of show. Because here's the thing, man, like the show is recently this show has been really hard to do because people will call me and ask me for advice on things. Like they'll tell me about problems that they're having that are problems that I'm having in my personal life. And I just am sitting there and I'm like, dude, I don't know. Like, call me back when you figure it out. You know what I mean? I don't like to. I have no interest in being like guru-y or pretending like I have answers to things. So, yeah, I'm trying to think of advice that a caller has maybe given me, but. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I have an answer to that one. But
what about the worst piece of advice you felt you've given?
The worst piece of advice
like you're like, I think this person's gonna run with this, and I shouldn't have said that.
Let me think. I told someone that they should. This is one cereal. It's called Sprinkled Donut Captain Crunch. Okay. And I told someone they should try it. And I think I might have ruined that person's life because, and this is, I don't know what this is, but like if you eat one spoonful of Sprinkled Donut Captain Crunch,
should I try it?
No.
Should I try it?
No, it'll ruin your life, man. It's an insane thing. It shouldn't exist.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think that was the worst thing I ever told anyone to do, was to try Sprinkled Donut Captain Crunch.
You got to stop bringing it up because now you're just spreading it out.
I was debating whether or not I should even talk about it on here. It's not cool. It's like fentanyl. It's the fentanyl of cereal for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just putting them down. Just zombies in the street for the frosted. What is it? Frosted sprinkled.
I don't
Captain
forget
Crunch?
about it. Don't even.
Damn.
You should censor it. Censor it.
We'll just put a cereal crunch over it.
That's funny.
My buddy asked why the gecko, not like. What inspired the gecko? What made the gecko?
I've thought to myself, like, I should make a funny fake story, but I don't. The real boring answer? It's just the costume I had, dude. I made this other video. I made this video a long time ago where I was a lizard escaping from a dungeon of a dude who collected pet lizards to have sex with them. And I just had the costume left over from that video. And that stupid fucking video is the reason I am in a mall in Syracuse right now. Yeah.
Has the price of the gecko suit raised?
It was $60 when I first bought it. Now it's $100.
I got this for $80.
You got this for $80?
Yeah.
It fluctuates. It's like a stock.
It must be when you're buzzing, dude.
I gotta buy like 100 of them. And
I was trying to see where they made it if I had time to drive because I wanted to do that other bit where I had a second costume. And I was trying to see if it was nearby, but it's in like New Mexico or something like that.
Wait, there's a brick and mortar store where you could go buy them?
Well, okay. Well, obviously, like Party City carries it, but I was more wondering somewhere manufactures this.
I should do that as a video.
I'm a go-getter, man. I find ways to get things happen. So I was like, if I could drive to the company tomorrow and they'll let me just, I'll buy one directly from them, I would do that too.
I should do a video where I go visit the company who
find
makes,
where the,
find the origin of the gecko
see
suit.
if they're like, what's the word I'm looking for, where things are made like humanely.
Yeah. What if I do? Dude,
ethically sourced. See if they're ethically sourced.
Dude, it would suck if I just went to the place where they make
just
these.
geckos
And it's
making
just,
them.
It's just a bunch
geckos.
of children
His baby geckos have to
making
make
my gecko suit, and I'm like, damn, I can no longer ethically produce this podcast.
You just have to, I was gonna have a costume maker make the next one. So you can
That could be cool. I might eventually have to do that if they stop making.
I
this.
toured with a gentleman called Big Lotion, and he had a giant lotion bottle that would come out and just like pump lotion in the hands of the fans of the crowd, and he'd like a lotion bottle mascot. And ever since that, man. I want a clock mascot for like my It's Always Now brand.
Thank you for blessing me with the knowledge that
shout out Big Lotion,
dude. Shout out Big Lotion.
Big Lotion.
Check him out.
Yeah. What song you got a zero tolerance for?
What song do I have?
What's something you have a zero tolerance for?
Something I have a zero tolerance for. Oh man. Oh, I don't like when people argue with each other in the fucking comments on shit.
But that's so beneficial, algorithm wise.
Let me tell you how noble of a guy I am.
Okay. This is why you're at where you're at.
This is one of my favorite things to do. I don't do it that much anymore, but I used to do it a lot on TikTok. Is like,
Ma, Dad, stop fighting.
Well, like I'll see. So yes, it is good for the algorithm, but I'll see like like I'll look at my like Instagram or TikTok notifications, and I'll get notified for like over the course of days, people are fighting in my Instagram comments or on my TikTok comments, and they're just going back and forth, and writing long paragraphs towards each other. And what I'll do is, if I see that they've been just going back and forth, I'll delete the parent comment.
Okay.
So that they'll be in the middle of typing their big long crazy like fuck you go kill yourself paragraph, and then all of a sudden it's gone.
And I bet you they think the other person, they're like, pussy. They deleted that shit.
Yeah.
They knew
so you know what? They both get to leave thinking that they won, and hopefully they fucking go outside.
I think about the one, like, sorry. I think about the person who's like waiting for the response.
Right.
He's like, fucking when 3 days go by, he's still refreshing. Like, all right.
It's just like.
Well, no,
it's like mentally insane. Like anytime I see people like writing long paragraphs, I'm like, what do you do? What are you fucking doing? Like,
get a podcast you want to hit that long before, Matt.
Right.
But okay, that's very noble of you. I am a notorious. I have a bit of a troll team.
The troll team,
kind of.
What's that?
I use them for good now.
Okay.
It's more just like
these guys.
I mean, they're a part of it. It's like a group of like 40 to 50 people who really support me, and like whenever I need to get somebody's attention, I'll just have them tag them all. Like they used to defend me in arguments, which was good, but it kind of got out of.
You said I
didn't always agree with them, even
though
sometimes I'm wrong. So even when people would defend me so that's why I say I use them for good now. But it's like, for instance, when I wanted to get a guest's attention that I wanted to have on the podcast, I have like 50 of them go on my post and tag them. So they get on their phone, 50 people have tagged you in this post. So then they go to my page, and that's how I weaseled my guests.
I want to check out your music, man. I gotta check out your stuff.
Decent. I'm working on some new projects right now.
I'll get your Instagram after this.
I just started like going from an opening act to headlining here locally.
Very cool, man.
Yeah.
Very cool. That rocks.
Yeah, it's pretty fun, and I enjoy it. It's something I love. And then outside of that, I'm a big comedy fan, so that's why I do the podcast.
Who are your favorite comedians?
I do like a top 5 thing currently. There's no favorite. No.
Sure. Who's
order.
your top 5 currently?
I'm really big on Jordan Jensen and Eden Finance right now.
Very cool.
Big fan of those. Love Bobby Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Theo's a top contender in mine. I think I'm such a big fan. He needs new material.
Who? Bobby
Theo.
Lee?
No, Theo.
Oh, Theo?
Bobby's so sporadic. He is material. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think I could say that. I've just followed Theo so much that like. Well, I've saw him live, and he's been touring the same show for a while.
I've never seen him live.
Yeah, he's been touring the Rat Tour for like 4 or 5 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the jokes get better. I saw him live.
But you've seen him twice, and he did the same jokes?
And I've seen his recorded material.
Oh, yeah. I guess I don't know. I don't. I've never seen him live. I'd like to see him live at some
Would
point.
a Therapy Gecko special ever be something you consider?
Man, I've thought about it. Like, because I'm not really. I used to do stand up, but I'm not really a stand up anymore. I do, what you saw last night, and I'm like,
Yeah, but that's like I've seen Steve-O, and what Steve-O do isn't stand up, but it's very similar, and he's shot in very successful specials.
I could take all of the because I have a PowerPoint that I toured last year, and I have the PowerPoint and the stories that I did and I could take them all and maybe mix in. You know what I thought could be fun is like shooting a bunch of these shows, and then putting like the best ones into like a special. That could be kind of cool. I might. Maybe I'm gonna ideate on that a little bit. I'm gonna ideate on that. That way people who couldn't see the PowerPoints can kind of get them.
Yeah, I'd watch the Therapy Gecko.
Okay,
special.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna.
If you recorded what you did last night,
Yeah.
and made that into a 45-minute special with like 3 different camera angles, and you're recording from the board, the microphones.
Yeah.
I mean, that would have been a killer special right there.
You know what? Maybe I'm gonna think about that. That could be fun to do a special. I got shows this fall that I might record and do that with. That could be cool.
So I, before having you on, spent the last week just diving through your channel. You have almost 400 videos on your channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it took me quite some time, and I went back to Actually, I'm not even gonna get to that one yet. I'm not even gonna get to that one. I'm gonna get to the fact that your original content was like skit based.
Yeah.
You ever plan on getting back into like the skit realm, or working with like some of these more like, like the Trevor Wallaces and the skit makers like that? You ever consider that?
I don't know. I'm actually really in the moment of like trying to figure out what I really want to do. I know for a fact I really want to travel. Like I want to go everywhere and gecko everywhere. I might go to Thailand by myself for like 10 days and just hang out and film gecko shit.
Was considered going to Thailand with a producer buddy of mine who's going in a few months.
Oh, cool.
My chiropractor's moving to Thailand soon.
Your chiropractor's moving to Thailand?
Yeah.
That'd be funny if you just like once a year go to Thailand just to see your chiropractor.
I go once a week
and go right back home. Yeah. That's a lot of flying.
So yeah, I dove into your channel. Great stuff.
Thanks, man.
Did you ever think? I want to talk about your ant video. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
the ant video.
About. Yeah,
have you sold any ants
for $30,000? Or we? Nah, I made that video so that somebody else could try it out for me.
Do you think it's ironic that now your like bread and butter is something that would theoretically the inflation of ants would help a gecko, probably, wouldn't it?
Theoretically, inflation of ants would help a gecko.
Just thinking about how it's like, I was trying to make a bit with the diet. That's bad. We'll scrap it. Cut that.
No, keep it in, goddammit.
Cut that. You got a bit on there about the Bitcoin heist. Okay.
Oh, yeah. You know what I think about all the time? Yeah, so in high school, I made this video with my friends called The Bitcoin Heist, which is one of our, that's like our magnum opus big video. But you know what I think about all the fucking time is like, dude, I made the Bitcoin heist to like meme on Bitcoin. If I'd invested in Bitcoin at the time I made that video.
You kind of answered my question. Want to know what a Bitcoin cost at that point?
What was it?
It cost $450 for one Bitcoin.
$450 for one Bitcoin at the time.
Bitcoin is currently, I think, what, $65K?
$65,000?
Yeah.
That's insane,
in May 15th, 2014, you uploaded that video.
It's not like I had any money when I was in high school.
But the price of that was $450.
Yeah.
So
do you think it's gonna go up?
I'm an avid Bitcoiner. I believe in it. I didn't get in soon enough to make a devilish amount of money, but it's been profitable for me. So I believe in it, and it's
it's hard to know what to do with money because like stocks go up and down and Bitcoin goes up and down, but then also all these guys are like, if you keep your money in a checking account, inflation's going to destroy it. And so I think the only thing to do is just spend it all.
That's what I do. I'm honestly a lot of like, I spend all my money. I mean, I'm pretty well at attaining it. And I run a decently successful painting business.
Painting?
Yeah, like commercial painting. That's where I get most of my bread and butter.
Cool. Like artistic painting, like
more commercial
house painting.
Yeah, just houses, businesses, and things like that. And it pays well. So that, and then I just throw all of it at my music and entertainment.
Cool, man. No, I'm a saver.
Saver? No.
I'm a saver. Well, because I'm blessed to be a gecko for a living, but I'm just like, let me save as much money as possible. Also, I don't like, I mean, I eat out all the time, and I don't like I don't do extravagant shit. Like, I don't care about like nice things. I care about convenience. Like, I'll Uber places and stuff, but I'm a saver because I don't. I'm like I have no idea what my life is gonna be like when I'm like 40. So let me try to get myself set up so that I don't ever have to like work at a.
I have this theory that money's imaginary, and as long as I have an imagination, I'll always be able to acquire money.
I like that. That's better. I think I have a very like fear-based mentality surrounding like finance and just I guess life in general, to be honest. And I want to be less of that.
I also believe in my ability to be of use. So I never really, no matter what scenario I'm in, I find that I can create value out of myself.
See, you're the I know it's like, oh, I'm the therapy gecko, but I'm like, you saying that just now. I'm like, you're the guy with the real fucking head on your shoulders, man. Like I'm inspired by that. That's good.
I think it's coming from the mind of the gecko.
Yeah, it's the stuffing.
I give better advice than I operate.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Everyone does. Yeah, of course.
And so out of the 400 videos on your channel, is there any that stand out in your mind particularly?
Dude, someone last night, sorry, just real quick, do you guys know what time it is?
Yes. We've been going for 42.
Dude, someone last night in the meet and greet line also ran through my YouTube channel and reminded me of this time. I don't know if you saw this when you were going on your deep dive, but I did a Christian review of the Avengers.
No, I did not catch that one.
I made this. I used to do like movie reviews that were like parody, like silly. Oh, that's another one of the big, huge influences.
Make you hold these heavy mics. I've never held these before.
I saw you. We were holding it
different ways. I've been watching you how you hold it. I'm like, oh, what's the way?
Yeah. We got to switch. One of my big influences is Clickhole. You know Clickhole?
No.
Clickhole is this like satire website that's by the people who do the Onion. You know the Onion.
Only because of Family Guy, but yeah.
Okay. Wait, Family Guy.
There's a bit about the Onion in Family Guy.
Oh, okay. But anyway, I used to do these like fake satire movie reviews, and I did one. It was like a Christian review of the Avengers, and the whole bit was like, I was like a Christian who had never seen a movie before, and I was like reviewing it as somebody who had never seen a movie before. And I did something about like, these 3 hours that we spent watching these guys run around is time that we could have spent building a church. And anyway, I just there was like I had Iron Man and what's the Arrow guy?
Hawkeye.
I like had Iron Man and Hawkeye like having gay sex and stuff. And anyway, a bunch of
Tim and Eric of you.
yeah. Anyway, a bunch of like I think it made its way algorithmically onto Christian YouTube, and so a bunch of Christian, like actual evangelical Christians saw it, and they were like, "This man is not a Christian at all." Why? Yeah, they were like, "Why are you showing us gay porn?" Anyway, I rewatched it recently, and I was like, you know what? I think this was pretty funny. Yeah, if anyone listens to this, you can go on youtube.com/Lyle Forever and find the Christian review of the Avengers.
What an interesting bit. That's my mind went to a weird tangent again when I said the Tim and Eric. My favorite Tim and Eric thing was Tom Goes to the Mayor.
I never really got into Tom Goes to the Mayor, but it looks cool.
That one piqued my interest the most. The animation, the comedy, the cast and shit like that. So one of your videos, your oldest video, is Doritos.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Doritos.
Yeah,
okay, I want to talk about that. You inspired an entirely new segment that I'm going to be doing. Okay. Called "What's Your Ratio?" Okay.
Yeah.
And by that, I don't think you made a good glass of chocolate milk in that video. Do you remember what it's like the premise of the video?
Yeah.
You were looking for a spoon to make your chocolate milk?
Yeah, it's my friend Ryan.
So that's a question I actually want to ask you. That's not you, right?
No, that's not me. That's my best friend Ryan. I'm going to call him in a little bit. Yeah, this is.
So that's his ratio. That's his ratio. I was going to say because it doesn't really look like you. Now that
No, yeah, that's not me. I used to do this thing called hella chocolate milk, which is hella chocolate milk is chocolate milk. It's like 40% syrup.
I'm 30-70.
60% milk. You're 30-70?
On average.
That's lunacy.
On average.
That's lunacy.
With that being said, I brought some milk and chocolate syrup.
Are you serious?
Yeah, can we make a glass?
Yeah, we can do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Do you mind grabbing that? So this is a new segment. What's your ratio?
New segment, making chocolate milk.
The Therapy Gecko. When I did my video with Riff, when I did that, I wanted a video of us playing Switch together.
Oh, cool.
The song's called Vibe.
How's it going? Thanks, man.
Funny thing is, too, I forgot glasses and a spoon, so I had to have them run to the store in the mall.
It's cool you got a chocolate
Glasses.
milk guy.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Oh, yeah, how much different milk you got? I'm probably. Oh, yeah, really?
So I'm an almond milk
I'm
guy.
also an almond milk guy.
So, but
yeah.
I like vanilla almond milk with mine.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's the secret to mine.
Yeah, I'll take a sip of this chocolate milk.
Okay.
Let's do it. Yeah, I'm a big
In the video, you use Nesquik.
Oh, Nesquik.
So I wasn't sure if you're a
man.
Nesquik guy. I haven't made
Yeah.
Nesquik since the powdered Nesquik.
Damn, you you really thought this through. This is
And
cool.
I'm sorry if I'm relapsing you right now.
No. I'll take a sip.
Just
take a sip.
you know,
I'll take a swig.
little hair of the dog that bit
I'll
you.
take a swip. Let's do it.
Oh, we're just. Oh, okay. We're doing it your style.
Oh wait. Oh, what's happening?
I thought we were just gonna make a glass of chocolate.
Oh, yeah, let's
milk.
do it, let's do it, let's
We
do
were
it.
gonna just swig the chocolate.
I don't know what I was doing, man. My brain's going crazy. All right. Can you hold this real quick?
I got you.
Okay. Oh no, it doesn't have a freshness seal. I think your chocolate milk guy's been taking some side squigs.
Damn, dude. So in the spirit of this, I'm going to use the Nestle because I haven't used the Nestle in a while. I'm normally a silk almond milk, but they were out of the vanilla. They only had unsweetened. And the vanilla is a key to my mixture. That's a little more than I go. That is a 60-40. Maybe I'm a 75-25 guy.
What would you call this? This is 70-30, I think, right? Maybe. No, this is like 35-65.
Oh, yeah. I feel like we're pretty even.
Yeah. All right, let's stir this, baby.
That's good. That's good, man. That's a thick mix.
I think this is gonna be.
Oh, that's
really
good.
Oh, there we go. It made its way to the top.
That's good. That's a good color.
Yeah, this is nice and dark.
That's a good ratio. I like to just dilute the chocolate syrup more than I like to make chocolate milk.
I'm gonna go into diabetic shock with one single sip of this. All right.
This is my funnest episode I've ever did. Thank you, Lyle.
Oh, dude, thank you for having me. This is awesome. Ugh.
Cheers.
Cheers, baby. Let's do it.
Whoa, the Nesquik's way stronger than the Hershey's. Nesquik is way stronger than the Hershey's.
Wow.
Okay, so that's why I normally do such a high ratio. Holy whoo.
I was not expecting
wasn't
one
either.
sip to be.
I wasn't either.
That's like
It's like melted
that was
ice
like-
cream.
That was like a lot. Yeah. I was not expecting one sip to
So
contain 40 grams of sugar.
we should get one. I wish I had one of those scales. You know the new scale they have that says like your calorie intake. You just squirt the Hershey syrup.
yeah.
The Hershey's is not as powerful. A 70-30 of Hershey's.
Oh, is that one Hershey's?
This is Nesquik. We just use.
Oh,
Nesquik.
we just. Oh, okay. I thought you.
We used the
Wait.
Nesquik.
Hold on. How? Okay. We ran through at least half this bottle.
Wow.
Wow. I hate how much I want to drink the rest of that, and I'm absolutely
So I like a double Captain and Coke in a small glass.
not. Okay.
But when I say that, it's because I like 2 ounces of rum and 2 ounces of cola for a nice 50-50 mix. But some bartenders, when I go to like bars that know me around,
Yeah.
like to make it, when I ask for double in a small glass, will hit me with
Want me
just
to
too much.
fuck up your life?
Fuck it up.
chocolate milk Baileys.
Oof. I can't drink with chocolate. I'm not a big drinker. I'm more of a sweets guy personally than a drinker guy. But yeah,
Dude, I'm tweaking to have another sip. I can't do it.
I'm gonna dilute
It's just so insane.
I'm gonna dilute it. The
This is so
Nesquik
insane.
is way different, you guys. Way
Oh
different.
man,
That's
that's
DMT to mushrooms right there, dude. That's like
this is my thing. Is like this is why normal people I know like.
You got paid to make chocolate milk at 11. Oh, it's a little past noon, but that's a great job.
Yeah, I guess so. I was gonna say like normal people that I know, they can just take one sip of that and go, "Oh, this is gross. Why would I? This is disgusting." But I'm like, I'll take what it's. I'm like, oh, I could easily drink this entire fucking thing.
So me and my buddies used to get stoned and make weird food concoctions, like peanut butter,
Yeah,
jelly,
man.
and fluff, and chocolate syrup. Chocolate syrup was usually a main ingredient in all of our combinations.
You know, I may have talked about this multiple times in my podcasts and stuff. And people may think I'm stretching it out, but I'll just say I went to an OA meeting once, and
OA is
OA is Overeaters Anonymous.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was great. It was really cool. And we it's like AA, like there's shares, and I talked about how I was working out of an office at the time that had a bowl of candy. And I talked about how, like, I'm so jealous because, like, I'll see people at this office take one piece of candy and eat it and then move on with their lives. And I'm like, I can't do, like, and I'm like, I take one piece of candy and I'm fixated on the bowl the whole fucking time and just taking and taking. And that's how I feel with this. It's like, you just can't have one sip of crazy chocolate milk.
I ate all my ex-girlfriend's Samoas this last night. After your show.
Is that why she moved out?
No, but last night it was kind of like in her packed shit, and I saw the box of Samoas, and I was just gonna eat one. The whole rest of that last sleeve.
It's hard, man.
It's gone.
That was what was cool about OA is I was telling that story, and everyone around was like nodding their heads. They're like, "Yeah, I know what you're talking about." I was like, "Finally, other people."
Dude, I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
You know, yeah.
I feel that, dude.
Yeah.
I feel that. Yeah, man. Those are where my notes go. Jesus.
Yeah, anything
I'm
down
going
there?
into anaphylactic shot. You know what? We'll throw the notes. We're done with the notes. We'll go off script.
Rock and roll.
We'll vibe out. What kind of music you into? Who you be bumping these days?
Lately, I've been listening to like old country.
Old country? Okay.
Yeah, I hate new country.
Most people do.
I was in an Uber, and there's a guy, and he only played new country, like I don't even have a funny thing to say about it, but yeah, new country and like hardcore EDM. There's only two genres. But anyway, that's the
Interesting spectrum.
Yeah, I like old like Johnny Cash and like Willie Nelson. I've been listening to Elvis for some reason. I'm like, I listen to like jazz music and.
I just produced an entire EDM set.
Oh, cool, man!
And get into that festival realm.
Cool. I'm excited. I'm excited to check out your music after this. This will be cool.
I'm decent. I'll do all right.
This will be cool.
I have fun. Yeah. I mean, fuck, man. That milk got me just. And
I can't.
I cut it more. I can't.
I can't. I wonder how many calories. I've been logging all my calories.
Of, this time we have this local festival called Sterling Stage. That's one of my favorites to go to. And I was just on acid, and somebody spilled a beer. Somebody offered me a slice of pizza, and I was just a little bit too puzzled at the time to enjoy it. And I was like, I'm gonna set this aside. And then a beer got spilled on the pizza, and then ever since that day, I never turned down a slice of pizza.
A beer got spilled on the pizza?
Yeah.
Did you eat the pizza still?
No, somebody else did, which was cool, festy vibes. But
Yeah.
I was just like, fuck.
Pizza beer.
And it was like a festival. I was really like dependent on my homies. I really didn't have much financial backing at the time. So it was just like that piece of pizza meant something to me in that time. So I don't know why I thought of that, but that thought went through my mind.
No, man, you never want to. I mean, actually, maybe sometimes it's good to decline a piece of pizza, but you know,
Not anymore.
not anymore.
I don't do it anymore.
Yeah,
What could have been?
man, I gotta say, like, it's all I wonder whether or not it's worth it to abstain from eating crazy stuff because
You do it in high school and shit, like at the lunch table. That's where it started.
my friends and I would melt cheese on stuff. Like we melted cheese on Scooby Doo
Gummies?
fruit snacks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those are classic. Those
Yeah.
are a staple. Do you feel like so like I was a big Albanese gummy fan. The gummies.
So I used to work at a frozen yogurt shop, and in the back room they would have a big fucking bag of extremely fresh Albanese sour gummy worms. And it was to this day the best candy I've ever had was specifically that bag of.
But the normal ones I enjoyed. I like that they're the size on the thing too. That's a kind of cool thing. But I felt like as they've grown, their quality has gone down.
Albanese?
Yeah.
Albanese is
Albanese, New York. Fucking.
They sold out. Yeah,
I think they doubled up and they just can't. They're manufactured to. They don't hit like they used to hit.
I'm a big fan of the sour cola bottles.
Okay.
Yeah, those are great.
Okay.
Those are great.
I knew and I felt it in my heart, and I don't know if I don't want to ruin
No,
your
go
bit
ahead,
at
go
all.
ahead.
It's about the Nestle surprise in your bit.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
I was gonna suggest that because I knew I'm like, what's the most deadly thing I've been snacking on? And those things are a problem.
They are.
A problem.
They're making new ones.
I even looked at my buddy. I was like, I was going through family bags.
Me too, man.
It's like
Those things are
family
crazy.
bag.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah, I mean, I think
Staring at the chocolate.
I think we we hit all the topics that I can think of. I really appreciate you making the time for me today.
Man.
And
Thanks for having me.
This was a blast, man.
Thanks, man.
I got a pretty hot cousin. I dropped my sister on her head when she was a baby. Kind of slow now, but I just feel like that's genetics. Sometimes when I wash my hands in the sink's full of dishes, I'm worried the sink or the dishes are going to get pregnant. And that's my favorite kind of pasta. How often should you use the N-word?